Oh, yeah, we are live. We are live. And for tonight's live stream, I want to share this is my 2-year anniversary. I have not been to Denver. I have not been to Smellytown. I have not driven on Interstate 25 north of Colorado Springs. I have avoided the entire area. And this is my celebration live stream right here on my red couch with my hot dog t-shirt. And there's me. And we got 3 people. Hey, 3 people are in here. Please comment. Let me know who you are and where, So, Mike, I am live streaming right now. Join us, ? Smiley face. I got to invite my friends. Oh, we're down to 2 people. Anyway, so seriously, for the last 2 years, I have not been to Denver. Nowhere in the Denver area. None of those suburbs north of Denver, that whole awful area from, Fort Collins, Loveland, Smellytown, Longmont, anywhere in the Denver area. I haven't even been to Parker. I haven't been to Littleton. I've been nowhere in that whole area. 2 years. And I just got to tell you, it took a lot of hard work. I want to celebrate. This is a big feat for me. My quality of life is so much better. And I definitely want to encourage you to stay away from Denver, move out, live somewhere better. Definitely don't go to Smellytown. But, at the same time, by the way, if you're offended, you just have to deal with it because I'm not politically correct about geography matters. So, all right. So, by the way, there's 3 people watching. Please check in and let me know what your favorite Not Too Shabby video is. All right. And I'm going to keep inviting people to kind of jumpstart things here. Bill, I am live streaming right now. Join us, ? Smiley face. Oh, hey, Jake. Oh, Jake, Smellytown. That's Greeley, Colorado. Have you ever been to Greeley, Colorado? So I actually made a video of a Not Too Shabby in Smellytown as I was leaving here. This was 2 years ago. I have to admit, I did spend almost 1 year living in Smellytown. And here is the video when I was leaving. Here's the video. Get the volume up.
Leaving Greeley and knowing that I'll never be back. Bye. Not too shabby.
Oh yeah. Jake, where do you live? Where do you live? How did you find me on YouTube? Are you a Funhouse person? Did you find my Not Too Shabbies? Tell me about yourself. And if you're a fan of the Not Too Shabby videos, what's your favorite Not Too Shabby? So, I got to invite Sarah in Boise, Idaho. Sarah, I am live streaming right now. Period. Join us? ? Smiley face. I am on YouTube. Smiley face. I am on YouTube. Smiley face. All right. Oh, I got to invite Glenda. Jake, I've been on Reddit. I've been on Reddit and Funhouse. I won the contest on Funhouse. And I was on Reddit. They played here. I'll play the Not Too Shabby. They picked somebody posted, hey, check out this guy. He makes these weird Not Too Shabby videos. And he played the Los Animas County Courthouse. And it blew up on Reddit. And it's got 156,000 views, which is a lot for me. Wait, where did it just go? Ugh. Hold on. Las Animas. Here it is.
It's the Los Animas County Courthouse. Not too shabby.
It's not a good one. Oh yeah, I gotta invite Brandy. Brandy, comma, I am live streaming on YouTube right now. Join us? Question mark, smiley face. Yeah, Jake, it was October 2015 that it blew up. And I remember it was a weekday and I got about 2,000 subscribers in one day. It was something crazy like that. Maybe it was 1,000, 1,500. And my email was just exploding with little notifications for every single, subscriber. So it was really, and I was at work that day and I was kind of busy, but I would just check in every hour and I was like, oh my gosh, something's going on, So, Jake, where are you located? Glenda, comma, I am live streaming right now. Join us? Question mark, smiley face. All right. See, I have 5,090 subscribers. I'm getting about 2 subscribers a day because I hit 5,000 about a month and a half ago, sometime in March. So, but I still I'm not like a celebrity. So I've got to drum up support with people watching my live stream. And I got to text my friends to be like, "Hey, watch, I'm live streaming." Hey Jake, where are you in Oklahoma? You know what? I have some not too shabby. First of all, on my second Bike Across America trip, I biked partly across Oklahoma on my second bike trip. That was in 2011. So, hey Scott. Scott, what's your favorite not too shabby video? Just check in. Just tell me where you're located and what's your favorite not too shabby. And then also here, Jake, I've done 3. Wait, let's see. Yeah, all right. I actually have 2. All right. I have 3 not too shabbies in the state of Oklahoma. Hey, Glenda, here's one. There's a point where the states of Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma all meet. And there's a marker there. And here's the video. It's a not too shabby.
It's my left foot in Texas, my right foot in New Mexico, and my ass in Oklahoma. Not too shabby.
There you go. That's the best Oklahoma not too shabby video. Glenda, how are you doing? How are you doing with the pandemic and staying home? How's that going? How's Leanna? So hope your daughter's doing okay. So Scott, the Canada. Oh, Scott, I've done library not too shabbies. Here's a library not too shabby. Oh, Scott, so you can shuffle the playlist? That's kind of cool. I like that. I wish there was a way that I could shuffle it but I have to do it either in chronological order or most popular. Actually, I got a whole bunch of library not too shabbies. But I think I only have 1 or 2 inside a library. Let's see. Here's one inside the library. Oh, Glenda, I hope things are going okay. Anyway, here.
It's the library in Bailey, Colorado. Not too shabby.
I did a presentation at the library in Bailey, Colorado. And I have a big slideshow where I talk about biking across America. And then I sell my book at the end, Under a Triumphant Sky, a Bike Across America story. Just look me up. Steve, it's the story of my first Bike Across America trip. And If you just go on Amazon and type in Bike Across America, you'll see the bright red cover. So go check it out. And a little commercial there. So yeah. Hey, by the way. All right. Hey, Sam the King. Glenda, yes, we will definitely talk more. I hope you're doing. I'll give you a call sometime. So this video has sponsors. So this video has been brought to you by White Sands National Monument. It's a really interesting place in southern New Mexico. White Sands. Come visit. If you're a fan of white sand, this is the place to visit. Wait, there's got to be a picture. Let me see here. Don't they have a good picture? Here, it's kind of like, see the white sand? This brochure doesn't have the greatest pictures. It's just like mounds and mounds of sand. Here's a good picture. Right here. White Sands National Monument. See that? See the sand? Anyway, you'll just have to Google it, all right? Also, this video has been brought to you by Yardley activated charcoal soap. It's a black bar of soap. Yardley charcoal soap. Right here. I might make a not too shabby before I'm done with this live stream. Hey, Maelstrom. I'm going through my sponsors right now. So one sponsor is this Yardley charcoal soap. Okay. My other sponsor is White Sands National Monument in southern New Mexico. Get down to New Mexico if you've never been there. It's beautiful. And then thirdly, of course, I got to promote my book, Under a Triumphant Sky, A Bike Across America Story. You can buy it on Amazon in print format or in Kindle format. Go check it out. And here, I'm going to share a link to the book if you want to buy it. So, and it's an okay book. It's an okay, honestly, read the reviews. Read the, what do you call it? The explanation about the book. So I just shared my Amazon link. So, Maelstrom, how are you? What time is it in Australia right now? How are you? How's the pandemic going for you in Australia? So for those of you who just came in, the theme of today is I am celebrating. It's the 2-year anniversary that I haven't been in Denver or any of the suburbs around Denver. Nowhere north of Denver. I haven't been to Smellytown, and I haven't even been on Interstate 25 north of Colorado Springs. I have been on I-25 from like downtown Colorado Springs a couple times maybe in 2 years. And then I have been on it from Pueblo to Trinidad, but that's totally like open and rural. There's not a lot of traffic. So, hey, Laura. Hey, Laura. So, by the way, I made 2 not too shabbies today. And I think I might make a third, but here's I was in a Mexican restaurant in Florence, Colorado, and there was a piñata that I really liked. And so I did a not too shabby. I did takeout. There's nobody in the restaurant. So I just walked in and picked up my food. And while I was waiting, here's the not too shabby.
It's a Coca-Cola piñata. Not too shabby.
I love the Mexican music in the background. All right, let me just play that one more time. I love the blaring brass. It's just a brass instrument. Maybe, I guess it's a trumpet. Here.
It's a Coca-Cola piñata. Not too shabby.
All right, wait. And then one more not too shabby. I actually drove to Salida. Today's my day off. I wasn't working, and I just drove like crazy. And I went up to Salida, and I got ice cream. And here, there actually, it's well, I'll admit this is a weird thing to say, not too shabby, but I did it because the sign was so unique.
Chaffee County is closed for tourism. Not too shabby.
There's a sign that said Chaffee County is closed for tourism. So that's actually, maybe it's shabby. So anyway, I'm just trying to spread some cheer. Some not too shabby, whatever. So Laura, you said you should show a feature tour on my Trek 2.0. First of all, my bike is right there. See it? There's my bike. And I do videos. I mean, I made a video a couple of days ago of me riding on my bike, you know. So, I mean, I do biking videos. Tomorrow, hopefully I'm going to ride my bike or I need to do something active. So, anyway. Scott, are you still there? Scott, where are you located? By the way, to everybody, there's 7 people watching. If you tell me your favorite Not Too Shabby video, I'll play it and then I'll give the background story. I'll give a behind the scenes story about it. So, hey, Janie, I'm doing a live stream in my living room and I'm celebrating for 2 glorious years now. 2 years. I have not been to Denver. I have not been to Smellytown or any of the suburbs north of Denver. I haven't even driven on Interstate 25 from Colorado Springs up. I've been totally free. I seriously feel like when you have an addiction and you know what I mean? And you get your like anniversary chip and you celebrate, like, you know, like I really like my life is better because of the hard work of staying away from Denver. And I really do want to thank a lot of my friends for helping me, supporting me, holding me accountable so that I can stay away from Denver, stay away from Smellytown, and live a much happier life. So thank you. Yeah, thank you, Janie. Yes, Janie, I've only been to Colorado Springs, I think like 3 times in the last 2 years. 1, maybe 4, 3 or 4 times. I even try to stay away from Colorado Springs, but Colorado Springs is all right. I don't really go there much at all. But yeah, like definitely like going towards Castle Rock, Denver, those suburbs like Aurora and Westminster and like all the crazy. Yeah. So I'm free. And I haven't been to Smellytown. I mean, actually, what's even worse was I lived in Smellytown for I think 9 months, 9 or 10 months. Everyone everyone makes mistakes in life. And I made a mistake of taking a job in Smellytown and living there. And yeah, I'm glad I'm not there anymore. So Janie, all right. So by the way, I will just as I'm just gonna like answer people's questions in the live chat. And if you're just checking in, please check in with like your location if I don't know you and your favorite Not Too Shabby, and I'll play it for you, okay? Janie, Arizona was amazing. I was down there for 3.5 months, and I would have stayed there longer, but with the pandemic, by mid-March, I was getting nervous, and I decided to, like, if I was going to quarantine, I wanted to be here in my home. But Janie, seriously, I know you live the RV life yourself, so, but there's no question for the rest of my life, as long as I'm physically able, you know, there's no question I'm going to be down there in Arizona every winter for probably about 4 months, from pretty much early November to at least late March, if not the end of like somewhere into April. I had so much fun. And also, Janie, I don't know if you saw, but I have a new video series where I would find a saguaro in Arizona, and I would just do a 2 or 3 minute video walking around the saguaro, admiring it, talking about it. Just a happy, simple video. And every day I had a saguaro of the day video. And it became this like thing where all these people in Arizona were finding it and commenting, and I got more subscriptions. So it was so much fun. So if you go on my main page, YouTube, here, I'll actually type and this is for everyone, by the way, although Janie asked the good question. Yeah, go check out my Saguaro of the Day video series. And it was really fun. It was so much, and I'd find like big saguaros and small ones, and ones that had really weird arms, or some that had scenery, some that were in an urban area. It just kind of like whatever my heart said, you know. So thank you for watching my Janie and everyone else. Thank you for watching my Saguaro of the Day videos. So anyhow. Laura, I haven't been to Chicago in over 20 years, I don't think. Over 20 years. And I think I was just driving through. That's right. The last time I was in Chicago, I was driving through. I was in Minnesota, and I was driving to New Jersey to see my family. And I stayed overnight somewhere in Ohio. I don't even remember, but I remember being stuck in traffic on I-90 in Chicago. I'm just thinking, man, this is hard. So it's a really hard place, you know? So anyway, all right. So seriously, can I just ask everyone, how is everyone doing with the pandemic? Laura, Janie, anyone else? Maelstrom, I know you're in Australia. You gave me an update. How are people doing with the pandemic? I actually do want to ask, has anyone lost their job, or, I don't know, been greatly affected? I mean, we've all been affected, you know. Hey, Russell. Hey, Russell, Victoria, Texas. Isn't that over by Houston? I'm going to look that up. Laura says, I went through a little depression from it. Really? No, I kind of understand that. Actually, I really understand that. Here, I looked up your town, by the way, Victoria. Victoria, Texas. That's your town. Let's see. Oh, okay, you're kind of like between Corpus Christi and Houston. Ah, there you go, Victoria. See, Victoria, Corpus Christi, and then San Antonio is right northwest of you. There you go. Yeah. Hey, Russell, I'll stalk you. I have a few Texas, not too shabbies, but they're all kind of like northern Texas when I was like biking across America or something like that. Russell, how did you find me? I'm curious, how did you find me? Are you like through the Funhouse or the Reddit people? So, Funhouse. Yes, Russell. Funhouse. You know what's cool? I don't know if you saw this, but all right, it was 2 years ago. It was roughly about 2 years ago. It was like, I think, yeah, it was like summer or spring 2018. I won the Funhouse championship, and it was really amazing. And by the way, Lawrence follows me on Twitter. We follow each other, and he's a great guy. He's like a celebrity. And he follows me. So, but anyway, when I won that championship, I live in a really small town of about 1,000 people. That's it, about 1,000 people. And it's sort of like this conservative cowboy town with mountains, and it's like Montana. It's like a little piece of Montana in Colorado. And like, it's a good thing. I'm not knocking Montana or whatever. But okay, but there was one guy, only one guy, maybe if I lived in a city or something, but one guy was like, hey, I know you. You're the not too shabby guy. I saw you on Funhouse. I'm a video gamer. And so here's the video of him. His name is Zach. And here's the video.
It's my friend Zach. Not too shabby.
Zach was like, yeah, I'm a video game guy. And, so I did a behind the scenes video with him too. But yeah, no, I mean, look, Russell, seriously, like, I mean, whatever. I actually, it probably would freak me out if more people were like, so I only have 5,000. I have 5,000 subscribers. So that's plenty for an ordinary person like me. But like, I don't know that I really want 5 million or, whatever. So, and my talent, it's like, it's kind of backwards. Like, it's just this, like, behind the times. And I don't mean that really in a negative way, although there are definitely backwards thinking people here, but like, just, whatever is the cutting edge of technology, or, like my neighbors, I tell them about my YouTube channel, and like, they never watch my videos at all. And I try to get them into it. So, but did I ever go to game? Yes, Laura. Well, yeah. By the way, I don't play video games now, but yeah, like I totally played video games in the 80s and the early 90s. And also, like, I have a Pac-Man shirt. Pac-Man was really big when I was in middle school. 1982, 1983. Here it is.
It's my Pac-Man shirt. Not too shabby.
Ha 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 ha! Isn't that great? So, like, that's about all the game. Wait. I think I have more. Let me just see. I got more not too. Oh, okay. I was at an arcade and they had like old pinballs and they had this antique basketball game. Here it is.
It's an antique basketball game. Not too shabby.
Hello to all 11 people. I just want to say, please check in. If I don't know you, like, tell me where you're located and what your favorite not too shabby video is. All right. By the way, I made a 3-point shot in basketball. It's showing all these game not too shabbies. I made a one-handed 3-point shot, not too shabby.
Shooting a 3-point shot. Not too shabby.
And I did it on my second try. It was my second try. I got that. So what do you think about that? So, and then here's one of my friend Bill and his daughter playing air hockey. Here it is.
Playing air hockey. Not too shabby.
I love it when the timing is just right with the not too shabbies, So, all right, we've gone for 29 minutes, and it's time for a word from our sponsors. This video has been brought to you by White Sands National Monument. If you like white sands, if you like white sand, this is the place to be. For sure. There's a lot of sand. White sands. If you go to Alamogordo, it's in between Alamogordo and Las Cruces. And it's just like this huge, massive field of white sand dunes. And you can hiking them. It feels very surreal, like you're on a different planet kind of thing. And people sled. You can bring your sled. There's some dunes that are pretty high. Yeah, race the flats. Oh, they got a race there. Do they have a race? You can just drive. Honestly, you can just drive. Like just the loop road alone is really. It almost feels like you're on like when I was there 2 months ago for the first time. It just felt like I was driving like it was the Arctic Circle. It felt like this frozen Arctic land, like Antarctica or something, you know. But it really was just sand. So, and it was warm too. Here, I did some boring videos, but here's a not too shabby.
It's White Sands National Monument. Not too shabby.
There you go. So, my other sponsor is I got this Yardley moisturizing bath bar, and it's activated with charcoal. It's black soap. Oh, it has this. It smells. It almost smells like black licorice. I can't stop smelling this. But wait, there it is. There it is. All right. So I might do a not too shabby before I'm going to go for another 30 minutes. 30 minutes, about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to make a video. The sunset happens in about 25, 30 minutes. And I want to be out there to do a video if the sunset is nice. I would have you join me, but the Wi-Fi won't. Where I stand, it's too far. The Wi-Fi won't work. So, oh, and then my third sponsor. This video has been brought to you by my book, Under a Triumphant Sky: A Bike Across America Story. This is a memoir. It's a story of my first bike across America trip in 2008. You can just look me up on Amazon, Steve Garuffi. You can just type in Bike Across America on Amazon and look for the bright red cover. Usually I'm on the first page, sometimes the second page, hopefully not the third page, but eventually you will find it if you just type in Bike Across America. And go read the reviews, read the description, and go read it. It's the story of my first trip. I biked across America 3 times, and this is the story of my first. You can buy this by print or Kindle format. And it talks about, this first trip was crazy where my bicycle was stolen in Phoenix, Arizona. I started in San Diego, and I biked to Georgia. And one weekend, I got to Phoenix, Arizona. My bike was stolen. And I tell that story. Then I got a new bike, and I had all sorts of problems, and I almost quit. I wanted to quit. It talks about all the craziness. And actually, even before my bike got stolen, I was stuck in Blythe, California with a broken derailleur, and I had a hitchhike. And I hitchhiked, and that Hispanic couple picked me up. They didn't speak English. They had no English. I stuck out my thumb, and the first truck, a pickup truck, stopped, and it was a Spanish-speaking couple, and they picked me up. And I didn't realize they didn't speak English, and I was just going on and on, saying, "Yeah, my bike, the derailleur broke, blah blah blah," and I was saying how upset I was. And there was this awkward silence where they didn't say anything, and then they spoke in Spanish, or I forget how it all went, but. Anyway, you can read about all that in this book. So, Under a Triumphant Sky: A Bike Across America Story. And at the beginning of each chapter, I put a cute bicycle at the top. And then I put a quotation, sort of either a funny or interesting quotation. And the quote for chapter 10 here is, this one isn't that good. I travel not to go anywhere, but to go. I travel for travel's sake. The great affair is to move. Robert Louis Stevenson. So go check out my book. All right. Go. And I'll share. I'll share. I'm bad. I'm being bad here with how much promotion I'm doing. But here's an Amazon link in the live chat section if you want to go read my book. So and it's a good book. I mean, there's some religious parts. Hopefully I'm not too annoying. I'm not like a proselytizer, but God kind of shows there's just a couple of parts where my Christianity shows up, but I know it's a sensitive issue, but hopefully I'm not too annoying about it. I'll just put it to you that way. But overall, it's just telling the story about here's what happened on my first trip. And then I would go a second and third time. But the first time is kind of like, I didn't know if I was going to make it. It was a big deal. Like, I really was scared about, like, can I do this? I don't know if I can do this. And I busted through all my fears. I made it happen. And I think I had 11 flat tires. So, ha ha ha. Yeah, all right, I'm done talking about the book. Okay, so Jake, hello to Cindy, to Jake's wife, Sydney. I want to say hello, a shout out. Cindy, I'm sure you're a great wife and a great woman. Thank you for watching my live stream. And I hope you enjoy my not too shabbies. You know, spice up your life. Just play the playlist and just like, you know, go about your day, but just have them in the background. What do you think? All right. So there you go, Jake and Cindy. There you go. So hello, Mr. Thillerim. How are you, Mr. Thillerim? What's your favorite not too shabby video? By the way, Russell, you say nice plug for the book. Every once in a while I promote you know what? Here's like I try not to promote my book too much, but I just have fun with these live streams. All right. And I got to promote my book a little bit, but I did a not too shabby of 10 copies of my book.
It's 10 copies of my book. Not too shabby.
That's great, Jake. You watch my not too shabbies all the time? That's awesome. Okay, so you can do this on YouTube. I just looked up book, like I type in not too shabby, and then you pick one keyword, and I put in book. So then it shows all these like book not too shabbies, and look at all the book. Let me find one that's pretty good here. Here's a kid's book.
It's a book titled I Want to Be a Cowgirl. Not too shabby.
There you go. Or a fishing book. I remember this one.
It's a book called From the Land Where the Big Fish Live. Not too shabby.
Oh, wait, here's one. The Jungle Book. I think I screened this one. Because Ellen, my Bill's daughter, she doesn't like it when I yell them. So I did it on purpose.
It's a Jungle Book coloring book. Not too shabby.
Actually, she laughed there. So I miss Ellen. So good times, man. Good times. The sunset is going to be happening in about 20 minutes. So I'm warning you right now. I'm going for another 20 minutes, and then I'm going to stop. So how's everyone doing? Like, seriously, with this pandemic, how has it affected you? I want to know, like, what's been the major... I hope nobody's lost their job. You know, how's it affected you? Here's the thing. I will I don't necessarily feel guilty. I don't feel guilty, but there's an irony because I'm a mental health therapist. I work from home. I see all my clients right here on this on my laptop. So it hasn't affected me that much because I still work from home. But I was going a little bit crazy a little bit earlier when it wasn't warm, and I really couldn't go bike riding or hiking that much anyway. Now I'm more focused on. I live in kind of rural southern Colorado, so it's so easy to just hop on my bike and be alone and exercising, go for a drive, and there's just no people. So, and actually, here's the other thing too. There's actually more people seeking counseling now. People are really having a hard time. Obviously, people losing their jobs, or there's been a lot of like marital problems, domestic violence, people being too close to each other all the time at home, and there's more problems, and the fear about the pandemic, all that, what's going to happen to me, my family, all that kind of stuff, watching the news. And so it intensifies people's anxieties. And, if you struggle with depression, your depression might be a little worse. So, I mean, honestly, I can have as many counseling clients as I want right now. I kid you not. I could work 24/7 if I wanted to. Obviously, I can't. But so like I'm actually making more money right now. Hey Cindy, where like so you guys are fans of Colorado? Where do you usually visit when I do my Colorado? Because I live in Westcliff, and I'm just curious where you're from and what's your favorite part of Colorado? Yeah, that's true, Mr. Thillerim. Yeah. So I definitely want to encourage people to talk, to open up, and I get to be a good listener. So, hey, Bear Paws. Bear Paws, the theme of tonight is I'm celebrating 2 years, 2 glorious years of I have not been to Denver, not even once. I've not been to Smellytown at all. I haven't been anywhere, like nowhere north of Denver. I have not driven on Interstate 25 from Colorado Springs up. I am free. Like a free man. 2 years sobriety, not going to Denver, not dealing with all the stupid traffic, not dealing with the craziness, the ugliness and the smelliness of Smellytown. I haven't been to Brighton. I haven't driven on E470. I mean, just not being in Smellytown alone is like, I could get emotional. Like, I just want to hug somebody and just start crying tears of joy. It's a big deal in my life. I'm really thankful. So, hey, McPherson face. Yes, I've been to Alma. I think I've got a not too shabby of Alma. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I don't have one of Alma, but I've got one of Mosquito Pass, which is sort of by Alma.
This is Mosquito Pass. Not too shabby.
Wow, when did I make that video? 5 years ago? Wow, who did I go with? Man, that brings back memories. That's a not too shabby. I don't even remember. I mean, I think I remember. Wow. By the way, here's a not too shabby of, let's see here. Ooh, I did. Yeah, hey, by the way, Mr. Thillerin, that's a really good thing you said there. The goal is to come out better than we entered this confinement, but it hasn't been easy. Good No, I know. I mean, and obviously, listen, I mean, 26 million people have lost their jobs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even, that is such a big number. And it's so large of a number that it makes me humble and I don't even know what to say. You know, it's a big deal. And then people are staying home. It's just a mess. What a mess. What a crisis. What a big deal. Hey, I'll tell you something though. There's a guy, Dr. Steve Short. He lives in Kansas with his wife. But he and his wife, they come out here because they own a second house. He's a doctor. He's a respiratory doctor, Dr. Short. And he comes out, him and his wife come out like almost once a month. They come out for a week because they love it out here. Anyway, he volunteered. He went to Brooklyn, New York. He worked for 6 weeks. He worked for 6 weeks as a doctor in an ICU. And like he's an expert on respiratory issues with COVID-19 and how it affects your lungs and your breathing in the more extreme cases. And so for about 6 weeks, he's like a social media guy. He's really like humble and he's such a good man. And it was amazing to watch his updates. Here was a picture. Steve is the guy at the bottom there. That's Steve, Dr. Steve Short. For 6 weeks, just every day he'd post like 1 or 2 pictures of himself, or like he would just give updates. And he was talking about how it's a serious virus. So talk about inspiration. I saw this and I was like, I kept sharing his updates on Facebook. It was so inspiring. So anyway, I just loved it. Yeah. And then I got another friend, Now this friend, I just know her through the internet, but we've followed each other on Twitter for like 8 or 9 years. She's an ER doctor in Atlanta. I've never met her, but she's like donated money to my Bike Across America trips. I feel like I know her. And she's a Falcon during the NFL draft. She's an Atlanta Falcons fan. They got her to speak. Here, wait, I just want to show this to you.
Also aware of why we're doing this draft very differently
Watch this.
In a very large place in Las Vegas. Here now, the doctor.
Hey Atlanta, this is Dr. Eileen, Grady Maid ER Doc, here to tell you we got this. We have the best public health departments in the entire country here in Atlanta. We know what to do. Be safe, please stay home. But there's hope. From the donated supplies to the cheers coming from the city towers, we do feel the love. Thank you. Though we've been burned before, we always rise up. See, I thought they would just...
So that's... So they had her speak right before Atlanta made their pick. Or they were on the clock. Isn't that cool? So, and she's... the Falcons... I'm not against the Falcons, but no, it wasn't that cool. So my friend Eileen, so anyway, it just goes to show, like, I just want to say this. I'm actually feeling very diplomatic. I totally understand. Like, our economy is like being screwed up. And I totally understand, like, we've got to open up things at some point. And it looks like we're slowly starting to work towards that. And there is the risk. They're saying it's probably going to come back in another wave in the fall. We'll see what happens. All I know is, I understand, like, our economy, it's really bad. Yet at the same time, we have to practice some of this social distancing. And we really can't go back to normal with, like, having sports events and crowded restaurants. We can't, because this coronavirus is so contagious and it's just such a mess. And we must stick together. We have to help each other. We have to be compassionate, and we have to have a spirit of unity. that we're all in this together, not this us versus them dividing us between these people and none of that kind of stuff. We've got to, so, and I don't know. I just feel like I live in this rural little town and I don't even know people who've lost their jobs or if they have in my little town, but anyway, we all get to help each other and look after each other. So good. Just my little inspirational talk there or whatever. Yeah, Miss. Yeah, she did have quite a spirit. Yeah. All right, so Cindy, you've been to Estes Park for the elk and moose. You've been to Colorado Springs and Manitou. Yeah. You've been to Alamosa. You've been to the sand dunes. Yeah, good for you, Cindy. Yeah, where are you guys in Oklahoma? I'm just curious. Where are you? I've been through Oklahoma a few times. I lived in Manitou Springs for 4 years and Colorado Springs for 4. So it was eight total years there. My first 8 years in Colorado. So okay, you live in Tulsa? Tulsa's a nice town. I have friends that I met them through my website, coloradoguy.com. Here, I'll just share the link. Way back 15 years ago, it was a really busy happening place and there were forums. But anyway, this couple, they moved from Tulsa and now they live in Telluride. And Jay is a police officer in Telluride. He's a marshal. I don't know what kind of police force they have, but he's a cop in Telluride. He's a cop. And, so it's really, that they moved 15 years ago and they're still super happy to be living there. So, so I'm just saying, by the way, in about 5 minutes, I am stopping this live stream because the sunset, we'll see, maybe 8 minutes. But at some point, I'm going to wrap this up because I want to get a video of the sunset. And I don't know if you've seen some of my sunset videos. I just try to go out there, and if it's pretty, let's see here. Like this was 2 nights ago. If you just go on my main video section, you'll see it there. And then here is the sunset like 4 or 5 days ago. There was just a soft pink that went across the sky. It was really pretty. Yeah, bear paws. Dwight might watch the sunset with me. He's usually out there. So, and then, yeah, Louisiana John. All right, let me just one plug for Louisiana John. Here's... I have a playlist called Southern Wisdom by John. John and his wife. John's this guy from northern Louisiana. He's definitely has a real twangy Louisiana accent. He's a little redneck. He's a little bit of like a hippie. And he's got kind of strong opinions. And he's a very likable, funny guy. Everybody loves him in town. Seriously, he's got so many friends. Anyway, so I've been making videos of him talking. And here's just one of his videos. It's only 21 seconds, but you'll get a flavor for his opinion, his opinionated personality.
Have you been to Ruston, Louisiana? I have been there. It was a sad thing. Ruston, Louisiana is nowhere. They just got around to legalizing alcohol in that parish. I don't know what else to say. Backward. Very backward.
Northern Louisiana. He kind of he's from there. He's got ties to it. And he does like some aspects, but he's very down on Northern Louisiana. He's very happy to be in Colorado. So to Cindy, maybe someday you can move out to Colorado. Come on out. So yeah, Mr. Thillerum, how did you find my YouTube channel? I'm curious. I'm curious. And by the way, it's true. I've not been to Denver in 2 years, and it's a wonderful thing. I'm very proud of it. I feel so good. But I do have like some Denver themed not too shabbies. Like, let's see. Oh, how about a Denver Broncos car? Here's a Denver Broncos car.
It's a Broncos car. Not too shabby.
That's pretty neat. Or here, a Denver sunset. Here's a Denver sunset.
It's a sunset over Denver. Not too shabby.
Cindy, come to Westcliff. I live in Westcliff, Colorado. Real estate is cheap out here. Come to Westcliff. You won't be that far. Like the Great Sand Dunes, it's not very far, but you got to drive around the mountains, so it's kind of a far drive. But you should come to Westcliff. We're a nice little cowboy mountain town. So I hope you have like telecommuting jobs, because there are no jobs here for the most part. So, although they're always hiring police officers, they always have an opening for like police officers in Custer County, which is Westcliff and Silver Cliff. So we're kind of a rural county. There's only 4,000 people in the whole county. So, but anyway, and I just want to encourage you. And like Cindy, if you move to Colorado, I'm actually, this is gonna sound very politically incorrect from a geography standpoint, but stay away from I-25. Don't live, they call it the Front Range. Pretty much from Colorado Springs all the way to Fort Collins. It's this vertical area where a lot of the people live. There's way too many people, sprawling suburbs, so much traffic. You got to live in the mountains. Like find somewhere in the mountains, you know? So Mr. Thillerum, what's your favorite not too shabby? Tell me your favorite not too shabby and I'll play it. And I'll tell you the backstory. So I did a whole live stream where I just talked about, I think, like the 10 best not too shabby backstories, you know. I'm drinking blood orange flavored seltzer water. What is this? Flavored sparkling water. Right here. I bought it at the Dollar General for, it was only 75 cents. So I bought, I think, 10 of these. So, welcome, Mr. Thillerum. So they're all, but they all have the same great energy, huh? Not too I'll just type in not too shabby, and let's see what the very first, the top video. Let's see which one it shows. Actually, it shows Funhouse watching my not too shabbies. But that's a long one. Oh, here's a great one. Here's a great one. I was in a car in Florida with my friend Michelle. And she just, here, you could just see her reaction.
Driving with my friend Michelle. Not too shabby.
Ha 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 ha! You see how upset she got there? Oh my gosh. All right. I got to go pretty soon here. I got to go in about a minute or two. Let me just play a couple more not too shabbies. Jalapeno cheddar bagel.
A jalapeno cheddar bagel. Not too shabby.
Thank you, Cindy. Yes. Seriously, if you need encouragement, though, I mean, obviously, look, I can't tell you what to do. Move anywhere in Colorado. Colorado Springs is nice. Denver is a big city, but people move there and they're happy. Fort Collins and Loveland are nice towns, but they're exploding. There's a lot of cars, a lot of people. You know, there's lots of great places in Colorado. Even I lived in Trinidad, which is kind of a funny old mining town. It's a little funny there. You might love Trinidad, or you might hate it. But I still have connections there. Westcliff is a great town. I lived in Buena Vista, Colorado for 8.5 years. Real estate has really gone up, but man, that's a really nice town. Salida, people really love Salida. I'm a small town guy, so anyway, but yeah, all right. So I'm headed out pretty soon. We've gone for 1 hour. Seriously, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. This Yardley, I'm probably going to do a not too shabby of this in a little while. I have an idea, so